How's it going, guys? Daniel here. I've been using the LG G7 for about 2 months, and I want to give you my thoughts and the things I don't like and I do like about this phone. So I want to start off with the things I don't like. So the first thing I don't like is the OS. I really like having minimal and clean home screens, and I wanted to get rid of the folders, the bloatware that's always on the home screens, and the best solution that I found was having Nova Launcher, and that keeps it more of the stock OS feel and less of, I guess, the iOS feel. So next up is the speaker. There's nothing wrong with it. The audio quality is fine. The boombox feature is great when I use it, but I rarely do. The only problem I had with it was every time when it's over 80%, it vibrates too much. And when it's 100%, of course, it vibrates a lot more. I know that there's a lot of phones out there that vibrates when it reaches 100%, but by 80%, this thing vibrates more than other phones that are 100%. After when using this phone, when on speaker and all that, my hand just feels weird from all that mini vibrations going on. Next up is the face unlock. I've been using other phones that has faster face unlocks like the Oppo, and I've used the OnePlus before. Compared to the LG, it's way slower. It's not like slow to the point where it's annoyingly slow, but you do notice the difference, especially having them side by side. This thing, the face unlock, is pretty slow compared to like the Oppo, and I find that using the fingerprint sensor is way more faster than the face unlock with the LG. So that's just something small, but again, I feel like the face unlock is a little bit too slow for my taste. Next up is the Google Assist button. I don't really use it too much. I don't really use Google Assist a lot. If anything, I would say it instead of using the button. Sometimes I would hit it accidentally, and sometimes I think it was a volume down button, and I would wish that I could have customized it to something else instead of just Google Assist. Now moving on to the things I do like. The first thing is the size. I have small hands and the phone is pretty narrow, so it's really comfortable to hold. I really have a secure grip on it. Most of the phones has a wider body, so most of the times I feel like I'm gonna drop it. Now it's a bit taller than usual. If anything, if I want to swipe down from the top to get my notifications and all that, I would have to use the second hand. But with Nova Launcher, there is a button where you can assign a swipe down, so it's great if you guys are using Nova Launcher. Next up is the boosted brightness, and it's great when you're using it outside. The only thing that's kind of con is it'll drain the battery more, but when you do need it, it's useful. It is useful to have, and it's great to have. Now, a lot of phones don't have this anymore. That is the headphone jack. I do use it from time to time. I don't use it as often. I use a lot of Bluetooth headphones, but there are times when I do need it. Thankfully, this phone does have it. My favorite feature is the wide angle lens, and that's probably the main reason why I still have this in my pocket. It's not an angle where a lot of phones have it, and wide angle is great when you want to capture something cool in tight spaces. So it just gives a different look than other phones out there. A lot of phones have telephoto lens where I just don't think about using it, but with a wide angle lens, it's just something that's constantly in my head. Like, I should always use this, and it's great to see how it would look compared to the usual main lens. So overall, it is a good phone. There's nothing too bad about it, and there's nothing too good about it that it will stand out in front of other flagship phones. In terms of performance and all that, and daily usage, it's normal. It's still smooth, and nothing really slowed down yet. Honestly, when I'm using this phone, I don't feel like I'm using a flagship phone. I just think that it's just one step under flagship phones. If anything, I feel like I'm using a high mid-range phone, and the only thing that really sticks out to me is a wide angle lens and nothing else special about it. I have links down below for you guys to check out if you guys are interested, and of course I got other videos about this phone so you guys can check them out. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.